Hello everyone. In this tutorial, you are going to learn how to use HTML canvas and JavaScript to draw polygon shapes. If you play games very well, you will know that polygon shapes are used in game development, which users can play for their pleasure. And polygon shapes are also used in teaching mathematics for students to identify and recognize shapes. On this side, these are the types of polygon shapes that we have: triangle, parallelogram, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. Triangle have three sides and hexagon has six sides. Before we go into coding, I want you to understand the mathematical concepts behind a triangle. For example, here's a triangle which has three sides. Every side starts from a point to another point to another point, and this triangle is inscribed in a circle. This circle at this part here, on this part here, is referred to as circumference, and from this center to the edge of the circle is the radius, while this point here represents the origin. Now, I have created a shaded portion after demarcating the circle into two, and the shaded portion forms a right angle triangle. Using Pythagoras theorem, where this side is A, this side is B, this side is C, SOHCAHTOA says opposite side all over hypotenuse, that is A over C, and when you cross multiply, A will be equal to C sine theta. Theta here represents the given angle. Then cos theta is obtained by using adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent here is B, hypotenuse is C, making B the subject of the formula C cos theta. While the while the hypotenuse here is equal to the radius of the circle. Then to get each of these angle, to get this particular angle and the one here, we have to divide the value of a circle, which is 360 degrees, by the number of sides of the polygon we are looking at, which is triangle, which gives us 120 degrees. To get the next angle, we add this together, which gives us 240. To get the next one, add 120 to this, it gives you 360. Now let's go into coding to see how we can generate our triangle. So here is the environment for us to generate our code. And before you generate your code, you need to set up your DOM structure, where you have your doc type, HTML, head, body. Within the body, we have passed the canvas element, and the ID is also here. And within the script tag, we've used the document.element get element by ID to make reference to the ID of the canvas element. And the get context is used to generate the canvas to the API. Okay, now let us set up our variables. This function here is a variable to assign the number of sides for our polygon, and I call that MP. Our triangle is 3 sides. Then to create the radius from the center to any side on the circumference, I have assigned 120. Then for our x and y value, which represent the direction it will take on the canvas, I use 200, 300. You can use another number of your choice. Just experiment with these values to get different results and direction. Then for our angle, it's 2 multiplied by 180, which is 360, divided by the side of our triangle, which is 3. So 360 divided by 3, that is 120. That is the angle of the first right angle triangle. Then to shift our triangle, for now, let us make use of 180 degree. Now the next thing is for us to draw the required shape. To draw a shape, you start with ctx.beginPath. Then for us to move around each of the 3 sides, we'll be using a for loop. And here we have var m equals 0, m less than or equals to 3, and here is an increment to move to the next number. And here we create a variable called new angle, which means m here is 0, that is 0 times 36 times 120, which is 0, then plus 180. That will determine the direction it will take, either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Then for us to draw the line from one point to the other, we'll be making use of lintTo method. lintTo is a method, is a canvas API method. So our x value here is going to take the following parameters: the x direction, which is 200, plus the radius, which is 120. Then we'll be using this function math.cos and pass a parameter, which is our new angle that we have here. That is math.cos of 180 degree, as we have it here. Then the same thing too for our y value. Our x value represents the vertical, the horizontal line of the right angle triangle. Then the sine aspect represents the vertical side of the right angle triangle. Then we'll pass all of our parameters here to make it very simple. Then finally, we want to make our stroke style, which is the outline of the line, to be black. They want to increase the width of the line using 4. So there we use the Canvas API method lineWidth. Then to implement our stroke style, we use ctx.stroke. So let us run the code and see the output. Yes, it has generated the triangle for us. So let's see if we can change the direction of this triangle. Let's divide our shifting position by 2, save, then run the code. Okay, that is 90-degree direction. Let's make it 4. Save and run the code. You can see that. Let's make it 6, and that is 180 divided by 6. That is 30 degree. So it should turn 30 degree. That is giving us a perfect balancing. Then we can as well change the side of our polygon. Let us generate hexagon. Then make the number of sides to be 6. Save it and refresh your browser. And this gives us what? 6 number of sides. With this code, we have been able to use HTML canvas and JavaScript to generate two different types of polygon, and that is triangle and hexagon. Do well to go through the code, subscribe on my channel, like my channel, and drop your comments in whatever way you can. See you in the next tutorial.